Okay, I think we're on for part number 4. So quick recap of where we're at. So the past couple of days, I started on Saturday. I've been working to launch apesinspace.com.co. Sorry, I'm not familiar yet with the URL. So what we've been doing, we started from scratch, from an idea I had. We came up with a name, a logo. We created some products. We put together the website, and now actually let me space. Let me find a Google Doc that I had just to know where we're at and to show you like the steps we've run through. Okay, let me. Okay. Pull up the product. Okay, just to see where we're at. So yesterday we were waiting the whole time for the domain to actually clear. In the meantime, that has been fixed. Let me actually tweet about this. Okay, so what I want to do today is actually opening. So where are we at? Review some settings. I'll go through this later because I already covered it. We'll just review it. Soft launch the website, and then this is an important one. Submit it to Google. So right now, Google doesn't really have any idea that we exist. So they don't have any idea that we exist, and we can check that by if you go into Google. Let's open up Let me open up a new page in Google. So you can check how well your site has been indexed in Google very simply. So if you put in site and then colon and then put in your domain, it will actually look through its index to see which pages it has. So it's a great way to see if it's been indexed. So for example, here we don't see any results, but let's say I put in store growers, my other website, to see how that is, and there we see like a bunch of pages. So we know, okay, we see 75 results, so we know there's like some pages in the index. So what can we do to add our site into Google? Well, you need to go to Google Webmaster Tools for that. I will see if I can share the screen. Pull this out. Let's see if I can put this on, and then make this a little smaller. Okay, so I'm here in Google Webmaster Tools. The reason why I have minimized my screen and you can't see a lot is because of confidentiality. I have like a couple of clients client websites in here, and I don't want to blur it out and stuff. So I'm just doing it like this. So the website, so actually let me quickly give you a recap of what is Google Search Console. It's actually a way for you to, let's say, manage the your organic search results. So it's a way to add new websites to Google's index. If you're moving your domains, they will give you information about how often they crawl it, if they encounter errors or something. And an important one, if you've been doing like messy SEO work, and you've been doing like shady links and stuff, they will give you a warning if they found like bad links. And so they will give you a chance there to review it, to review what you've been up to. So let's add that. I'm gonna take it off the screen again because I don't know which page we'll end up in. But I will add it again once we're through. Okay, so here they will actually ask like, okay, how do you want to? You need to prove that you actually own the domain. So how are you going to do that? They have a couple of options. You can go through your domain name provider. You can go through HTML upload, HTML tag, Google Analytics. Often Google Analytics is the easiest one, but with Shopify, often it will give you an error, like it doesn't work. I think it's because they put it in the wrong place, because or Shopify puts it in a specific place and you can't edit that. But I'm gonna choose to add like an HTML tag to my website. So here I'm quickly going to log in to my Shopify backend. So I'll need to add this to my template of my website. So this needs to be, it's like a piece of code that needs to be in the template of my website. I go to online store. I go to themes, yeah, and here we choose I think edit code. As I said, I've done like some small tweaks, but I'm not like super gifted with it. And then the way Shopify theme works, it's usually in the theme.liquid that you need to make changes. Like here you see like there's other meta tags. We're just gonna pop our meta tag in there, and then we're gonna hit save. It says asset saved. So let's try and verify the website. Okay, so now we are owners of the website. So you won't see anything there. You won't see anything there because there's no information there yet. So as we've seen, like the site, it's not in the isn't part of their index yet. That's because it's a new site, and Google, there's a lot of new sites every day. So right now what we're actually going to do is we're going to submit our website to Google. And the way we're going to do that is there's a couple of ways. One, I'm going to submit like a sitemap, and the sitemap is basically a file with all the pages and images and stuff of your website. So it's actually like let's call it like a map for Google, so they know where to crawl. They'll do their own work, but this like gives it the structure and the framework and stuff. So in Shopify, I know it's called sitemap. .xml. I'm gonna test it first to see if it's working. Few test results. Okay, so that works. So I'm gonna add like the sitemap for real, sitemap.xml, submit it, refresh the page. Here you'll see that I've submitted it, but it's still pending. It's still like looking through the files to see if everything is okay. So it was processed, it's still indexing. So next, So you see here, actually you can see like the one sitemap, it's made up out of a couple of different ones. We have one for our blog, for our pages, for our products, and then a collection. Let's open up one of these. Okay, so we have 18 submitted, and then like once they're indexed, you will see how many are indexed here. So ideally we want everything indexed, especially for such a small little website. Additionally, besides like the sitemap, you can also like fetch as Google. So you will see what their crawler sees. So I'm gonna do fetch and render. I'm not gonna put in anything here, so it will actually pull it for the homepage. So we need to wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna request indexing. Usually, how I usually use this is to ping Google of new pages that are up. If I've made like let's say there's a specific category on a website where I've made lots of changes and lots of new links and stuff, I want Google to re-index it. And if it's a page that's usually not often indexed, like a page that doesn't change that often, Google will index it again, but it might take some time. So with this, you can actually ping Google. So usually it goes a little bit faster. So okay, if you click it, you can see how Google watches your page. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so right now, I don't think if we hit it here, we'll already see our site. But SEO takes time. Takes time for Google to crawl the site and decide like what our website is all about. So submit it to Google Search Console. I'm gonna put this in my own thing. Search Console. Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Here, create some links and share it. I've done this in a couple of places. Like I've shared like the create some links, share URL. And my goal with this is just like one, to get some traffic into it, and two, to just start pointing. Like SEO, it's made up out of there's like a couple of things. There's what is on the website, and then there's how many pages are linking to your page or your website. So I've done that. And then like sharing the URL, it also helps to just for it to get picked up. Usually like often like shared pages or something, it's still like not clear if there's like direct correlation or something, but it doesn't really matter. And then here, actually that's something we can tackle now as well. I have here launch outreach, so that will probably be something for next weekend or something. Throughout the week, I'll actually come up with a bit of a launch plan, and that will be like me identifying like places or people I can reach out to that would be interested in covering like the website or the store. Basically, I'm going to be looking for people that do something with space or something. I'll ask some friends that are interested in space if they wanna share it along or something. I'm not expecting like very big things from this, but it's just to get it out there, like the first time, to really establish the website, because now it's up in the background. But I don't think we'll make any orders this week, because the only way for people to really find a website is through Google, and yeah, we won't be in Google yet. So I think after that we'll start to, I think, so that's in like next week we can start to expect. I would expect to make at least like some sales next week. So one thing to do it. Actually, I will show you my Twitter feed. So this is how I shared the website. Okay. Okay, so I shared the website this morning on Twitter, and this is how it looked. It's like space posters, apes in space, apesinspace.co, and like no icon at all. So that looks pretty poor. How that's done is actually Twitter or Facebook. Probably if I share like this this on Facebook, it would also look weird. Let me open up my Facebook page just to illustrate that. So here, let me actually share the site on Facebook. So if I put in the domain, actually Facebook doesn't recognize it as a domain, so we'll help it. Okay, so now you see it's fetching a preview, and look how it looks. Space posters, apes in space. That looks pretty bad. Like, let's say somebody clicks a link like that or shares this, nobody will click on it. So if I reach out to some people and I say, okay, this is a new project, something I'm testing. I know you're interested in space or something. Could you share it? Some people will probably share it just to do me a favor. But if it looks like this, no one will click it. So Facebook has a tool, and it's called like the Facebook, I think, Open Graph Debugger. I think it's called. Okay. Okay, I will put in the I'll put in the URL to this in the chat if you do want to follow along. So you can use that. So here we're actually gonna again enter our website, and it's gonna look the same than we did before. Okay, it hasn't been shared, so we need to fetch new information. Okay. Okay, so it pulls some information, but it doesn't look amazing. Here it includes a picture. I'm not sure where they pulled this picture from. It's one of the things on the home page. So okay, what do we need to change? Well, we need to change, first of all, we need to come up with a good meta description. So a good meta description is, I think it's this one. So this is the title of the page, and this is actually the meta description. And the meta description should be, like, it's one of those, people often ask for SEO, do you need to pay attention to the meta information, things like description or keywords or something. Keywords, you don't have to pay attention to it. That's like from 2000s, but meta description you do. And the reason for that is you don't have to pay attention for it because Google will pick up keywords or something in it. Basically, they will use it to show your listing in the search results. And it's proven and there's been numerous studies that if you create like a good meta description, then that will actually increase the click-through rate of your listing, and the click-through rate of your listing will improve your Google search position, your ranking position. So actually, if you come up with a good one that has benefits for your organic SEO, plus also if it's a good one and people see it on Facebook or something, they're more likely to click. So okay, with that said, let's come up with a good meta description. I'm gonna also use like a different title from it. I'm gonna say cool space posters from NASA images. So that's a couple more. So if you see space posters or you see cool space posters from NASA images, it already triggers you a bit more. So now we need to find like a good, come up with a good meta description. And actually I thought we have like, we came up with a pretty good copy. So I'm gonna put that in here. So I'm gonna merge the two, get a poster. Okay, I'm gonna merge to bring a poster of the most So here I say, bring a poster of the most memorable moments of space history back to Earth and into your living room. Check our collection. So it's kind of like a call to action a little bit. So let's see how that works. So we're gonna here press scrape again. Come on. Let's give it some time. Hog image on Facebook. I don't know actually on Shopify. I don't know where we can configure this, but Google is or DuckDuckGo is our friend. So let's see. Okay, it's not there. Scrape again. So here actually we had more warnings. Yeah, so we do have to set like the OG image. Let me actually go back because we were in the theme.liquid. That file will be there, but I'm not sure if I'll need to edit it. I think I could just like edit it somewhere. But let's quickly see like what's in there. Password. Yeah, I don't really see it. I wouldn't mind if they would just pull an image from the homepage, but I need to make sure that they will pull some image and that it's not like no image. Okay, this guy suggests if the image is not fixed, drop Shopify and go switch to BigCommerce. I don't think we will do that, but let me just find a couple, run through a couple of more issues. Okay, if I don't find it here, I'll keep it. Kick it out. Okay, nobody answered. 5 years ago. One year ago. Scrape it again. Actually, yeah, it doesn't change. Let me try. If I close that. Okay, here you see it will. Oh, it will actually pull all the images. Okay, it will pull the products. So let's see if that worked. I'm putting it in Twitter. Always add an emoji. What do you call it? Lab? I think they have like test tubes, right? Tube. Tests. This is really the best use of my time, looking through emojis, because it's fun. Because it makes everything more fun, right? No? Okay. Let's see how the tweet looks. Okay, so it might need some time to pick up. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign off here, and so sign off here. I'm gonna chop this off. I put in the work. I think it's gonna come true. So what I'm gonna do is next time I'm gonna update, just gonna execute on the launch strategy. So that's it.